all felt good about where we were, our accommodations, the shoes that we wore our feet, the food that we ate, and that was important to them and to us. And once we got to know that about him, we all respected him. We loved him. No player disliked him at no time on the season.
So Gerald Wilkins played for a lot of different coaches in his career, and he personally told me that one of his favorite was Lee Kariker. So we moved on then to our last season here with the Greyhounds as the coach, me as an assistant, and me as the head. And the 82-83 season was full of anticipation. We had a great nucleus coming back with Malcolm and Johnny and Jerome, Marty coming back, and we added Kelly Shelby and Sean Bowers to the team, and so it was a great team too. And we won 31 games that year. We were 31-7. Again, we had a great competition. We lost three games in a row. We lost at State Park. We lost at Three Rivers. We lost at Crowder, and we lost at State Fair at one point in time. And I remember we went to Indian Hills on the fourth game of the road trip, and thinking, oh my gosh, we can't lose 4 in a row. And those guys sucked it up, and they won their next 12 games and didn't lose again until we got to Hutch and we met San Jacinto in the first round. Probably the highlight of that season to me was us going down to Three Rivers in the second game. We played Three Rivers here in the first game of the playoffs and beat them pretty handily. So we go to Three Rivers, and they were really good again. And they had, I think they were 34-2 maybe coming into that. So we go down there. They had a 6-year, 83-game winning streak on their home court, and we broke it that night. It was actually Gene Best's birthday. I'm going to sing happy birthday to him. We had my great wife. So just a great experience, and the game that a lot of people talk about, which is a legend game, was that audio when we first started here. But that was the Wabash Valley game, and it was actually the quarterfinal of the loser bracket in Hutchinson. It was Wabash Valley. It was really good, and we were pretty flat to come out, and we were down 59-42 at half. So we gave up 52 points in the first half. And I remember Coach Kariker coming to me and said, "Would you coach defense?" And I said, "Well, if you let them score some more points, we'd be okay." So second half rolls around, and we're still kind of just staying right at that level. We were still down 13 points with 2 minutes to go. We were down 99-89. We were down 10 with 1:39 to go. And mind you, this was before the 3-point shot. So we were down 101-93 with 52 seconds to go. So everything had to be perfect for us to come back and win that game. And it was. We hit shots, we created turnovers, they missed a free throw or two, and believe it or not, we got the thing to overtime, and we won the game in overtime. And it was crazy because we had 500 Greyhound fans out there. Dr. Lashley was one of them. And they were absolutely going crazy. And as Q said on the audio there, we thought we won the national championship. And that picture of me jumping, that was in that game. So it was very, very exciting game, very exciting time. And I thought that to end this thing, we hear from Coach himself.
I say that before the one that these teams with them, we just weren't executing and they were. So, they weren't good. We had 42 that happened and missed a lot of good stuff, so I just felt like we could do it, but that was really fun to come back and thought I really wanted to. We just were able to keep our best within. We were trying to sort through and get fouls and everything else on the right field. It was a heck of a performance, and those kids just won't quit. Right. But I know you've got these nice fans where they never did quit on you. They were a really important part of this ball game because they take stuff with the dog. Well, that's sure true. They've been great all week, and tonight was so important. I got up here, the folks who missed this one on live, I'm not sure you did a great job here, but I tell you, it was an incredible thing. You could sing the fire and rise to late night program. It just wasn't going to be tonight. What are you saying about this tremendous victory for the Rounds yesterday? Well, that's a good play, good. 31 points for Rounds and Thomas. Yeah, that.
Lee Kariker, he was a real Greyhound. He loved being the head coach of the Greyhounds. He loved Whole Area Community College, but the most important thing was he loved the guys. He loved all of us. So thank you so much.
I'd like to invite Sue to come up and make some remarks. Sue Kariker.
Thank you so much, John. That was just sweet. I'm going to try to collect myself. You know, I always wanted to play. I had full eligibility. He never put me in. Della and I could have done great things together. We were quite the duo. We had a wonderful time. I think the thing that I will always appreciate and remember, we were very young, newlyweds here. Our children were very young. And we had such a wonderful opportunity given to us by loving this community and the college, the other coaches, players, the cheerleaders, the fans. It was just so special that we got to share that time together and when we were young, and again with our children. My son Jason is here with his wife Kelly. Brooke would have flown from she's in New Zealand right now on vacation. It was planned a long time ago. She would have been the first one to meet you at the door if she had been here as well. We've just had such an opportunity to have such a good life here. John mentioned the lean years. Gosh, they were lean. There's always absolute truths that you learn in life. Like whatever goes up must come down. If it feels good, it's bad. If it tastes good, it's fattening. All those things you learn in life, and so much of that we learned here in Moberly. We got the keys to the city when we left, and then I guess the absolute truth is you learn that they changed the locks. I always like to think another absolute truth was Lee could coach or he could control Floyd, but he couldn't do both. So, during those lean years, I remember when Lee came home one time and said that all the players needed to call whoever and tell them when they would be coming home for Christmas, tell their parents, I'm coming on this flight or this bus or however they were getting home. And so he had given them our long-distance credit card. So when the bill came, they called a lot of people and talked a very long time. And so we often needed little helps here and there, nothing else, just to prop us up and keep us going. The fireworks stand, I thought I'd never see a 4th of July where we weren't 110 degrees in front of a fireworks stand. And all those little things that the community did with us and with everyone. And thank you, Dr. Leslie, for all you've done and your slobs. You were great. Slobs, yes. But we just got so much support. So even in the lean years, we always had Doc and Mabel. They always opened their home and their hearts. And I can remember when new players would come to town, Lee and I would go with Doc and Mabel and take them to eat somewhere, so maybe Mabel could kind of teach them some table manners and things like that. So we tried to impart things along the way, again, some truths in life about what's important. And I think Lee was very good about it, doing it so they loved him and they appreciated him and knew that he loved them so much. I want to thank the college for continuing to celebrate the legacy of Greyhound basketball. Thank you so much. I know how much you did, Susan, to not only do this once, but twice. You've just been a wonderful asset to the college, and you've done so much. And to so many of our good friends, these are friends for a lifetime, Greg and Sally, and Steve and Molly, just so many good friends that we made as we brought our children up. There's so many stories I could tell about John. Another truth, you can't take a player and escort him out of town on a Greyhound bus if he has a cat, that the cat is going to live. That's something you learn. And I remember when Jason was little, I would sit upstairs at the Coliseum with Brooke, who was just a toddler, where she could kind of run around, which meant I had to just give Jason 2 quarters and say, try to show up at the end of the game when we go home. And I remember one time when he just interrupted the timeout that you had. Do you remember that, John? And he pulled on Lee's coat and said he needed another quarter. and Lee turned to you and he said, Give him a quarter. He said, you only have 30 seconds left or something in the timeout. So you're there going like this, looking for a quarter too. So we just have wonderful memories. And Marva, oh my gosh, she kind of raised the kids. She would come to babysit and bring a chicken to fry and take care of Brooke and Jason, and they always had such wonderful memories and always think of you, Marva, when they talk about living in Moberly and on Lee Street and the good times they had with so many of their friends and so many again of the college and everybody. So I can't thank you enough for this time and this wonderful what I want to say, this wonderful tribute to not just Lee, but to the players and to all 3 of the coaches and everything you've done for us. Thank you very much.
Everybody from the Kariker years, please stand. Okay, well, I'm going to turn this to Sean then for a minute, and then after Sean it'll be Susan, but the last time I have this, I want to say something Sue said. Stand up. These reunions have really been fun. They have really been successful, and I think important to our program. And you can't give enough credit to Susan Arnett for the job she has done. Susan has been has just finished her 5th year with us, and she's really done so well with our foundation, with our alumni association. So I know everyone knows it, but when you get a chance later to tell her how much you appreciate this, do it, because it's a lot of work, and we did this one twice. and thank you everyone for coming. And I know we're wrapping up here. I think Sean's got something to say, and then Susan's going to close for us. Thank you.
I wanted to do something for Coach because, like Terry, it meant the world to me. This is something I'm recording that I'll post on YouTube for all the Jeff Strongs and guys that are out of town and can't get here. You can be able to go and see it and read it. This is a short story and poem. Coach Lee Kariker, a love letter. He was a man who helped me understand how to quantify and measure my desire and art. He was a coach that both believed in me and challenged me to be my best from the start. Coach was a taskmaster who held all accountably equally. Like our post-road trip to Crowder with a 3:30 a.m. get-home practice after a loss. By the way, Mr. Gerard was teaching. We had to go to the 7:30 a.m. class. I woke up in the middle of the class. I looked around. The entire class, except for Mr. Gerard, was asleep. He was still teaching. That's a good education. Coach Kariker played no favorites, or at least I wasn't one. His gift was to create a relationship with each of us, his players, that lasted well beyond the game for all of his years. Coach took a chance on me, the raw, mouthy 6'4" player with 4 D's and a C, graduating high schools from my 4th high school. He made 2 deals with me when I signed to come to Mobley. First, he said flatly, "Sean, you seem smarter than that. Those grades." I said, "I was just chasing girls. He's once a hound, always a hound." Secondly, most important to me, Coach made me believe that I was the nation's best defender and that I could and would stop anyone I played. It didn't hurt when I came on my recruiting trip and matched up against Gerald Wilkins. My team won all 7 games that day. Coach told me if I dedicated myself to being his stopper, that I would always play for him and play me when the game was on the line. He was true to his word. Additionally, he made me realize the best ways for me to play were to be the maximum grinder, the facilitator, the brutal pick setter, the charge drawer, the possession generator, the denial defender, 94 feet. I was a 50% shooter, but Malcolm shot 65% from the field on a team that will never be caught because we shot 56% from the field as a team. Suddenly, I was no longer the offensive weapon I had always fancied myself to be. His deal was be my 6th man as long as you can, as hard as you can, and stop the other team's All-American leading scorer. Stop them from catching, touching the balls at all times. Guard through center. If they can't catch the ball, they can't score and hurt us. You were my sword to cut off the other team's snake-headed leader. Do that, Sean, 20 to 30 minutes a game for me now, and you'll also get that 4-year scholarship to graduate and become your family's first college graduate. Other coaches want those skills and can't find them. Frustrating the other team's leading scorer causes the other teams to play out of control and do things they can't have. When you get beat, Malcolm and Jerome and Pepe are behind you, and you will get beat. Force them, battle them for every catch. Help us beat Three Rivers again and win it all at Hutch. I did just what Coach said. I matched up against many bigger, stronger, faster, quicker players, and we kicked their tails. Coach would regularly call all of us individually into his office to see how we were doing off the court. If we were okay, how our classes were, if we were homesick. We would laugh and talk about life, he along with the other Hall of Fame coaches that I played for, 4 different Hall of Fame coaches in 4 different Halls of Fame, replaced the empty father figure role that I had lost at 5 through my dad going to jail and the subsequent divorce. Years later, after playing, when I was done, when I would sneak up on Coach Kariker, hard to sneak up in this sweater, right? I'd come up behind him. He was over at Penn Valley, and I'd come into Kansas City, and I'd sneak up behind him, and I'd give him a big bear hug, and I'd say, "It's the best player ever played for you from Virginia." And he'd say, "You were the only player I ever recruited from Virginia." I asked Coach, why did you pick me to be that defensive stopper? He said, "Sean, you picked yourself with the intensity with which you played and how you battled relentlessly, using your triangle and the angles in your body. Best I've ever seen, day in and day out. Practice, game, didn't matter. Strength, quickness of the opponents, regardless. No one has ever gone through more or fights harder than you just to be here to practice every day. You are a hero to me." I think he was stretching it with that. "Your whole family, and the first college graduate and a 3-time state champ would have been 4. We'd have beat Fred Rivers my sophomore year. That is no accident. When you told me about being in foster care by yourself for 6 weeks at 5 years of age, and later being bused as the only white guy in your bus for 2 years in Seattle, I knew you would never quit or give in. Some guys can do it for a play or a drill. Sean, playing 100% was hard for others. For you, it was a lifestyle. Coach saw our best and made us see it as well. He demanded and would not let us cheat him, ourselves, our fans, our teammates, and the greatest game, as it should be. Whenever we walked around town, every fan knew when we missed the box out, knew when we went to the glass, knew when we turned the dribbler. Thanks, Coach, for believing me, worthy of attending and being a multiple-time champion at the nation's greatest all-time junior college basketball factory in history. We came a long way, Coach. The path was rough and tough, but in the end, we were both up to the task at hand. Lee Kariker, you are the man who gave me my chance, and I continued working my hardest to make you proud of me both on and off the court ever since. And this is the poem I wrote, and it has a challenge for folks. I have 2 ideas. I think we should paint the new gym with the red to get that shark chum blood in the water type feel. That always intimidated people. We also need to take those little miniature posterized little small banners and turn them into full-size banners like the Boston Garden. So when you walk in there, people look up and go, uh-oh, this is getting ready to get serious. All right, Lee Kariker, in your memory. Today, I hope to speak to some history to rectify, as you, Coach Kariker, I testify. Through many years of come and gone, and you to have moved on. Once upon a time, a loud-mouthy, semi-disciplined young man came to you. All he wanted to do was become a multiple-time champion and a college graduate, too. You made it into both. Your skill, patience, wisdom, and influence. Coach K, you brought me to the nation's top junior college and knowledge's confluence. Overcoming growing up poor in a one-room garage apartment, foster care, and my dad went to jail. When I was 5, Coach Kariker channeled and championed my will to fight every night, as he and my teammates did. Only through that championship, my soul he did revive. I know most of you are thinking, Sean, didn't you graduate high school with 4 Ds and a B? We thought you could barely read, let alone write. I played the dumb jock role for many years, mistrustful, not want to stand out to fit in hindsight. We were 20-0 in the Coliseum, Coach, my freshman year, that old bomb shelter, the real dog pound. We still have records on the books that will never be broken and forever be around. Huck Finn will never forget the night on them we hung 144. Hannibal LaGrange did get 98 points for their score. Together we flew to and broke Three Rivers' 88 home game winning streak, sweeping 3 Creeks with a National JUCO Player of the Year, Malcolm Thomas. We were, as the kids say, on fleek. As our other All-American scored 17 straight by himself on 3 Creeks, Jeff longingly, all I could do was think, get the ball to Jeff, he's hot as Thanksgiving Day in Clint Longley. 10,000 Mobley red-wearing fans were at the 2 a.m. greeting us at the Mobley Airport that night. Mobley fans, Regional 16 Missouri State champions, going and winning at Hutch, yet again, 7th in the nation. Damn right. They forever remember us down 20 at the half to Wabash Valley at Hutch, setting the high scoring record at Hutch. We delivered in the double clutch. That record stood for over 25 years, along with Malcolm's 46 through Huck Finn's 144 tiers. But our national record that never shall be broken, the 56% from the field as a team, for the season is your lasting legacy, Coach K, because we were Mobley, blood red, good, and smoking. Most importantly, Coach, you gave me my college start, And for that and my 4-year degree that followed, I thank you every day from the bottom of my heart. What is Coach Kariker's 200-plus wins Moberly Hall of Fame legacy? It will be believing in me and my teammates' ability in making us part of this, the nation's greatest, best all-time winning JUCO basketball family league. They and Coach Best, with his 1,300 JUCO wins, will forever remember you down at State Fair and Unpopular Bluff. Lee Kariker, you are one of my 4 Hall of Fame coaches, sure enough, for helping me become my family's first college graduate with a 4-year degree. That's why Coach Kariker, you and Moberly and all championships will forever be #1 to me. Lee Kariker, great coach, even better man, beyond reproach. Missing all those 37 years from that new arena, the picture of your last 1983 championship at MACC team, which I will now, in your honor, with all our other banners hang. It was the sweetest dream. Love you, Coach. Sean C. Bowers. Memories fade, but you made a lifelong, lasting impression. Jeff, if you don't hang this, I'm going to break into that gym and put it in there myself. Do you understand me? I'll let you do it. I know you're going to be enlarged and put into a big frame. I'm tired of coming back to Moberly and seeing it not be up there. That don't count. That's not in that gym with the rest of them. Susan, thank you so much for putting this wonderful event together. And I want to say to all the former Greyhounds, I wrote something and sent it to Coach Smith a while back. Each one of us is a brick in the Coliseum. All of us, whether our name's on it or not. We'll all go to our graves being the #1 junior college nation family. Every last one of us. Thanks, Coach Ms. Kerr.
Thank you, John, for your memories. Sue, thank you so much for your warm wishes and memories. They were wonderful. Sean, I appreciate your words. I'm here to give some instructions and some quick announcements, and then we'll wrap this up. So for the Greyhounds, if you've not signed the basketball, we would love for you to make your way over and to sign that. It'll be over at the game as well tonight, because we do have some players that could not make the luncheon, but they plan to be there tonight. We've got the Alumni Museum open. So for those of you who have not been back to the college, I really encourage you to take 15 minutes and go through the glass doors there to the hallway, turn to your left, and that's the Alumni Museum. And that's going to be a walk down memory lane. I think you will appreciate the fact of how much we've honored Greyhound history. There is some new Greyhound apparel because we have a new Greyhound logo. We have a new MACC logo. And so the marketing department and Susan Bird and Michelle have really put together some sharp apparel. And Susan will be at the game tonight with some of that Greyhound apparel. So if you have anyone to shop for, if you have grandsons, grandchildren, anything that you want to bring home a memorabilia. JB Conley is here. He would like to snag a couple of interviews. So JB, I'll let you work with those that you can. The meet and greet with the Greyhound Boosters, it starts at 4. As the Greyhounds, as you park over at the activity center, when you pull into that lower level, just tell the attendant who you are. They're checking names off, and you can park right there by the front door. You'll have free tickets into the game, as well as the cheerleaders. The meet and greet is open to the public, and so there are some people that would love to see you. The games start at 5 and 7. We'll have seating underneath the north basket that will put you close, that during halftime will be, as the players leave to go to the dressing room, we'll have a little bit of time to get out on the court. They'll introduce your names, and they'll be announcing the cheerleaders as a group at some point in the first half. And let's see, let me check my list. Okay, one other thing. This is important. All of you on your table, there is a Greyhound golf tournament form. And Greg Sander and John Bosecker are going to co-chair that golf tournament. That's important to us. It really helps us kick off the year and make big strides. They've done a great job this year of already being ahead of the game, and they've got these forms out. There will be cash prizes this year, which really steps that up. We feel like it will entice more teams to be involved. That takes place on Monday, June the 29th, the last Monday in June. So if you have any questions, Pat Burke is here, and then John Bosecker will be at the game tonight, as will Greg Sanders. So please let one of us know if you have questions. As always, we want to give a shout out to Greg Pauley. He takes care of the audio and the lighting, so thank you, Greg. And I think that's got me. So we hope that you'll hang around, and we'll see you later this afternoon and at the game tonight. Thank you so much for coming and braving the roads.